Hello guys! So today I am going to share with you the quotes that I wrote in my quotes book in order to have a sane, positive mind. So this is my quotes book, it's tiny, and I basically write a quote once a day, and the quote basically reflects on one mistake I made on a day, and then I would write the solution to that problem as a quote in my book. And like this I read my quotes book and learn and avoiding to make the mistakes that I made in the past. So I am going to read you some of the quotes that I wrote that will hopefully help you, and they're great remedies to any problem. So on the 20th of December 2019 I wrote, "Avoid uncertainty." This is a really good quote, and I found it in an article, and it's really good because you always leave things to the last minute in general, and you should do to today what you should do tomorrow. So avoid uncertainty is really good. If you want to get something done, get it done straight away. Even though it seems hard to do, just do it. Just do it right now. Avoid uncertainty. Like this, you're certain it's going to be done, and you can move on to the next thing in your life. And like this, you get as many objectives realized. So avoid uncertainty is the best quote ever. Don't leave it to the last minute, or you're going to be stuck with it in your mind. You're going to be like, oh, I have to do this again tomorrow. Just do it. Get it done. Avoid uncertainty. Okay, next quote. The more you give, the more you receive. I find that people are happier if they give rather than they receive. When you help someone else, it makes you more satisfied than when you help yourself, and you want to give your knowledge to other people so that they can be better versions of themselves, and you feel so satisfied that you help them out. So the more you give, the more you receive. Very good. Elite, apply for the best. So it's about a balance, because there are so many dreams in this world, and you always want to have that one jackpot, that one thing. For example, my best friend Thomas, he wants to work in diplomacy, and he wants to have a job at the European Parliament, and it seems like a far-fetched dream, but it is achievable. But we only have like one life, and you just know that you have to aim for the best. Realistically, the best seems unreachable, but you should achieve for the best and achieve for under the best as well. But you have to dream, you have to really aim the best, because who knows what can happen. And when you see the best results, you will feel so proud of yourself. Okay, it is about the journey. So this is a quote that my boyfriend Henry actually gave me. It is about the journey. I always tend to focus on getting the big result immediately, but the journey is more fascinating. I just feel we're all stories at the end of the day, and you want to see the journey rather than the result, because the journey is a more fascinating story, how you struggled to get there. So it is about the journey. Okay. Stay active. Stay active is a really good quote, because if you keep doing something, if you keep busy, you're going to be happy. I've learned that when you stay busy, you're happy. When you just lie on the bed and think, oh, it's the end of the world, it's not going to make you happy. Just stay busy for the entire day. There are 24 hours in an entire day, so use them. And when you have to sleep, you sleep, and you're recharged. Take it day by day, stay active during that entire day, and you're all good. Okay. Hope is always there. Well, you know, Lord of the Rings movie, there is always hope, Arwen would say. And yes, there is always hope. There is always that one person waiting to accept you. So don't think it's the end of the world, because it's not. If you keep persisting and keep the patience, you'll get there. Even if it feels like it's far-fetched and the end of the world, it's not. You have many years to come, so it's not the end of the world at all. Okay, do it. Simple quote, do it. Yeah, just do it. Because if you don't do it, what the hell, just do it. And like this, it's done. Okay. Fight harder in the offline world. The online world can be a tricky world, and you can see, when you see your online self looking quite good, you're like, I'm doing well with myself. But then you forget about your offline self. So you have to focus on your offline self, because this is the real you. This is the time limit is within you. So not in the online world. So you have to focus on your offline self, because that is the real you. That is where you're at. And then you can create more versions of your online self if you focus in the offline world. What I mean is, if you focus too much on the online world, you could lose your own time in the offline world. So do make the distinction between the offline and the online world. Calm yourself. Stay mature. Stay happy. This is a really, it was the quote that I had most struggle with. You can get stressed sometimes if you don't get what you want, or if things don't work the way that you want them to. So calming yourself is the best way, because panicking does not help. Calming yourself is definitely the best way to achieve your goals. So calm yourself, relax. That's why I practice meditation and yoga, because I used to be, and still am, an anxious person. So meditation, yoga, calming yourself is the best way to have a healthy, sane life, and to be in the best state to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, this is a quote from John Rhys Davis. I was 20 years old when he told me this quote: never turn your nose up at anyone. Even my sister talked to me about this quote quite a lot, and everyone is different. Everyone has something to give. Everyone has a special talent, something they want to do. So there are so many areas that you don't know about and that they know about, and maybe they don't know about certain areas that you know about. So we all have something to give to this world, and we should just appreciate that we're all pieces of puzzles. So never turn your nose up at anyone, because everyone is different, and you may not know something about that person. That is something that Henry talked to me about all the time. Okay, another quote is, store everything. I used to focus so much on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, everything, that I thought that all my photos were reflected on social media and everything. But I actually forgot that what matters is that the photos have to also be in the offline world, stored and organized. And it's true, because at the end of the day, the photos could disappear on social media and everything. So store everything, and I mean everything. Your childhood photos, your teenage photos, your adult photos, store everything and have backups, like have tons of backups. Otherwise, one day, if something happens on your Facebook, your Instagram account, you're gonna cry. So yeah, be careful. Just store everything. I put shampoo on my laptop. Because the shampoo lid was broken, the shampoo dripped all over my laptop, and it wasn't pretty. I really thought I was going to lose all my storage, all my data, and I forgot to put USB keys. And by making mistakes, you learn. So yeah, put everything on USB keys. Fearlessness, that's another quote. You have to be fearless, because you don't want to look back and say, oh, I wish I had done this way. You only have one chance, and you don't want to regret living your life in fear, being all fearful and scared. So fearlessness is everything. Be fearless. Stand up to everyone. If someone bullies you, someone says something negative about you, you stand up. You're fearless. You know who you are. You know what your own thoughts are. Okay. I'm going to give you one very last quote. Okay. 2 last quotes. Don't rest, but don't hurt yourself. Okay, so basically this is from the previous video, balance. Don't rest, don't be lazy about something, but also don't push yourself too hard. So actually, my geography teacher back in high school told me about this, because some students tend to just do nothing, just chill and really taking things for granted, which is not true. You shouldn't take anything for granted, but also you shouldn't overdo it, because if you overdo it, it's going to be too stressful. So don't be lazy, but don't overdo it. There you go. But also fight forever. Okay, last one. I wrote this 19th of August 2020, so quite recent. It may be long, but it will happen. So sometimes the outside forces may not give you what you want right now. They may say you're not ready yet, but it will happen one day. If you keep going, if you keep persisting, if you really want something. Don't ever give up. Persist, 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 persist. Okay. And there you go. So those are most of my quotes. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, stay positive, write quotes, and fix your mistakes, but make as many mistakes as possible. Otherwise, you're never going to learn, and you need to learn as much as possible. My grandmother is the wisest person I've ever met. And as we grow old and we learn more, we're going to get there. So good luck. Bye-bye.